Estonia, Latvia and Lithuania have blacklisted embattled Belarusian President Alexander Lukashenko and 29 other high-ranking officials for alleged election fraud and a crackdown on pro-democracy protesters.
Here's a summary of the article.
Estonia, Latvia and Lithuania have blacklisted embattled Belarusian President Alexander Lukashenko and 29 other high-ranking officials for alleged election fraud and a crackdown on pro-democracy protesters. The Baltic EU members announced their sanctions on Monday in a coordinated effort to support the protests in Belarus, which are entering a fourth week since the country's disputed presidential election on August 9. Reacting to the three Baltic countries' move, the Belarusian Foreign Ministry said on Monday it will respond in an equivalent fashion, calling their sanctions a hasty step, the RIA news agency reported. Lukashenko on Monday discussed plans for a referendum on constitutional reforms, acknowledging the country's somewhat authoritarian system. Lukashenko has sought to downplay the protest movement and depict himself as maintaining control and order. Meeting the chairman of the Supreme Court, Lukashenko said experts were discussing changes, including more independent courts, while he said this was not needed. Lukashenko said going back to the 1994 constitution as the opposition wants would not move the country forward.
This post received a score of 14,000, with an upvote ratio of 97%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Finally, someone does something, albeit it's not much. Good to see those former Soviet nations stand together in an attempt to help their former Soviet kin.
Baltics have a good record on keeping united stance when it comes to things like this.
Had the honor and pleasure to live in Estonia for a year. After their Russification and then winning their freedom, Baltic people do not put up with that kind of shit.
You are always welcome here again, smiley face.
Can a person who knows only English travel around Estonia, or should I learn some language?
I was able to navigate Lithuania and Poland pretty well. I would have no hesitation to try Latvia and Estonia. It's a really amazing part of the world.
Solidarity. Belarus, Lithuania, Latvia, Estonia.
Please don't use this type of Belarus flag. Use white, red, white, from the times when Belarus was free.
Of course. I would if it were in the emojis. Alleged election fraud. That's cute.
4 of your voting machines can be hacked in 40 minutes. Electron fraud is just around the corner for you Yanks. See Kill Chain documentary.
Lukashenko looks like he is straight out of central casting for corrupt Eastern European official.
I wonder if that last sentence means he's getting ready to nope the fuck out of the situation and disappear on his own, or if this is just some scheme in the works. Sad to see Western Europe care so little for their neighbors. They are doing nothing about Russia's invasion of the Ukraine and Crimea. Hope Belarus doesn't go the same way. Would really put the small Baltic countries in a tough spot. Europe can't depend on the USA for everything defense-wise.
Especially considering US is too busy fighting its own citizens.
We ran out of Middle Eastern countries to invade, so now we invade ourselves.
Huzzah! Smashes glass. Is America great again? Narrator. It was not.
Greater than a controversial constitutional referendum was held in 2004 allowing the president to serve 3 terms instead of 2 as before. And yet he has served 6 terms. Was there another constitutional amendment to remove the limit altogether?
Looks like he ticked off the wrong countries. Cool year.
CSI, Belarus the final season?
What is the significance of blacklisted? The article only says, the Baltic EU members announced their sanctions on Monday in a coordinated effort to support the protests in Belarus. Another article makes it clearer, but perhaps there is more to it. So, the blacklisted are banned from entering these countries. It's a stance, but does it prevent Lukashenko from getting closer to Putin?
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.